Source Credibility Theory by Kyle Silva. Persuasiveness is a major component to the sales of any company. Without proper persuasiveness, consumers cannot trust the company's legitimacy and therefore not buy whatever they are selling. Credibility is a huge part in business. Businesses can do many things to increase their credibility to consumers, especially if the credibility is failing. Toyota is facing a major problem with its credibility as it has in the past and currently is in the present, which I will get into in more detail. Types of credibility within today's environment: pop culture, social media, word of mouth, trust, consistency, being accountable. There are numerous dimensions of credibility that affect how an audience will perceive the spectator or the speaker. Extroversion, composure, and character are just a few to name right now. Audiences can perceive these attributes through certain behavior in which the speaker delivers its persuasion. If a speaker shows characteristics of honesty, integrity, sincerity, it may show that they are trustworthy and ethical. When we see commercials, we notice the individual talking. It's usually a well-liked celebrity, or it can be a person with a voice that shows character, composure, and extroversion. The voice doesn't necessarily have to be deep and strong. It can be light and powerful at the same time. Pop culture. Pop culture is the backbone of a lot of companies in today's business environment. There's no way around it. For example, on TV, we all have seen commercials of companies pitching us their product using unique jingles and short skits, including the product in those skits. But now more we see athletes, actors, musicians, models all appearing in commercials for the company, or whatever company. Sprite uses LeBron James, an outstanding role model for young kids and students, and one of the best basketball players this world has ever seen. He endorses their company and has been for the last 5 to 10 years. As you see on TV, if you pay attention, you will see him on the majority of the Sprite commercials. Also, Kevin Hart, one of the most famous comedians in the world, is used as celebrity credibility to endorse Nike. He appears in commercials for marathons, running, and exercising, always wearing Nike head to toe. His most recent one is a Nike commercial about Nike's Axis. The world's axis has stopped, so he wears Nike and gets everyone to run together. Also, Kim Kardashian, who a lot of women look up to for makeup, she appears in numerous makeup commercials endorsing their product. Social media. Using social media to endorse credibility is a very wise option. Back to my point on celebrities. For example, Kim Kardashian, she has an outstanding 110 million followers on Instagram. If a company is losing credibility, a wise decision would be to endorse Kim to promote their product. The majority of her followers will see and maybe buy the product just because she embraced it. That's how powerful she has become on Instagram. Using social media for promotions, sweepstakes, and just keeping in touch with their customers is a wise thing to do also. Responding to comments or questions will remind consumers that the company is only there because you have bought the product. I notice companies on social media using sweepstakes and promotions to get customers to engage with the brand, reminding them they have the best offer and trying to show them why their offer is the best. Also, word of mouth. Word of mouth is key in any business. If you want your product to spread, you want everyone to talk to each other about it. For example, if you hear someone on TV, or even a friend, a parent, maybe a stranger, talking about a certain product, if you trust them by their voice, or if you know them, there are chances the trust will lead to the purchase of a product if the product benefits what you need. Now we have trust, consistency, and accountable, but I will get into those after I go over the Toyota situation. Toyota, a car that everyone has heard of, is bought from people all over the country with different demographics. But Toyota is under fire recently for their vehicles. According to BusinessInsider.com, Toyota is and has been struggling with the car credibility as a company. Toyota's numerous recalls in certain years have cast a once respected company in bad light. Some question why hasn't Toyota stood up and answered this problem. It also shows arrogance that the company has about paying the fines imposed on them by the government. They pay them, but they don't care, according to BusinessInsider.com. Toyota sales may be continuing to grow, but there's no denying the brand is losing its credibility. I've come up with some situations and solutions that should improve Toyota's credibility within the near future. Solutions for Toyota. Gaining trust from consumers. To cultivate credibility, you must build trust by earning it and getting it. If Toyota gets consumers to like them, they will do business. It's simple as that. They say trust is more important than your bank account. Being accountable. To establish credibility, Toyota must be accountable for their decisions and actions. When Toyota makes a mistake, they need to own up to it and take the right action to correct it, which leads to my next point, competent. Toyota needs employees with the ability to examine a particular situation and develop several potential solutions. Having the best team around all the time, trying to come up with the best solution, is only the best thing for the company. Which also leads to my next point, being consistent. Everything Toyota says or does needs to be consistent. The credibility only happens when everything is consistent and running smoothly throughout the company. Lastly, sincere. Being sincere is also crucial to credibility. Toyota should improve on being committed and dedicated, and the willingness to be steadfast, unmovable, and always straightforward, at all costs, regardless of the fines posed against them. With credibility comes persuasiveness. Credibility is a major component in any company. Without proper persuasiveness and credibility, consumers won't trust the company. Having composure, trust, being competent, sincere, and trustworthy are all valuable traits to have for a company with high credibility.